Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Wind from a cold front has been a big factor in a major fire on the northwest side overnight. A live update is coming up.
Plus, now that investigators say Gabby Petito was killed by another person, the search continues for her missing boyfriend.
And outside with live cam, finally a taste of fall on the first full day of autumn. Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday. It is, I almost said October 22nd, but
it feels
it's
like
September 22nd. Yeah, it feels nice out there this morning. And I bet it's going to feel even better by this time tomorrow.
Yeah, we are very excited about that. That moved in, I think, yesterday evening. And
it did.
Today was just great.
Right on time. And Mike has the tie to match. He's he's basically wearing fall foliage.
When you fish it out of the back of the closet somewhere. So anyway, yeah, fall actually doesn't begin until later on this afternoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought yesterday was fall.
No, the equinox is today at about 2:20. So, but it's, I mean, what it feels like first full day of fall. I mean, because we'll just go with what it feels like because it is very nice out there. Yeah, the humidity has dropped like a rock as expected, and we've got some very windy conditions. And the headline that Mark was reading about the fire, there is an increased fire danger, especially out to the west. No red flag warnings posted, but with the dry air and the breezy conditions, you definitely have to watch it, especially out in portions of the hill country. We're at 74 right now, so yeah, still on the warm side of things because we did make it up into the mid 90s yesterday, and the wind does prevent us from getting as cool as what we can, but we'll still drop down this morning just because look at these numbers. They were back up in the, remember, mid and upper 60s at this time yesterday. So these dew points are dry and going to get even drier. And yes, it is going to be even nicer and cooler tomorrow morning. We've got winds out of the north primarily about 10, 15 miles per hour. Gust to 26, 22 at Pleasanton. It is going to be windier this morning and still breezy this afternoon, but winds will ease up a little bit. And there's a couple of leftover post-frontal, if you will, showers out there to the west. And those are going to continue to slide down to the south and sort of just fizzle on out as the morning rolls on. Mold, fall, elm, ragweed are all on the low side from yesterday's count. Temperatures going to go for 65 for low when we're all said and done because we'll continue to drop down over the next couple of hours. Just a great morning out there. But hang on to your hat. 85 for a high temperature, so we'll be a couple of notches below normal. Just a fantastic day. Great weather does last. What about the weekend? Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic authorities. Stephen Cavazos is here a little early this morning. Big problem, right?
Yeah, we definitely have a problem out here, Mike. This is located off 1604, just past Shanefield Road. You can see from this shot at TransGuide, we do have some flashing lights out there indicating, unfortunately, a crash has occurred. I was talking to our friends over there at TransGuide. What they've told us is right now that frontage road there, just past Shanefield and 1604, is unfortunately closed due to a motorcycle crash. You can see a vehicle approaching those flares. You're going to want to use caution, especially traveling through 1604 early this morning because we do have that crash. Again, that's taking you to our map. That's again right there in those eastbound lanes of 1604. But unfortunately, it's not the only crash that we've detected this morning on our map. If we take another big jump right over here, we're seeing one reported off Dietrich Road at Ackerman, not causing as many issues right now. That looks like it's just off of I-10, which is a good sign because we know that that is a heavily traveled route and there has been ongoing construction out there. But taking a wider look right now at our map, we do see that we have a little bit of a slowdown there off Loop 410. Also on 35, there has been ongoing construction that's been taking place throughout the week. But right now, those inbound times are still pretty green across the board, especially if you're traveling to San Antonio from New Braunfels on 35. You just have 27 minutes right now and 26 minutes coming in from 281 in Bulverde and 25 coming in from I-10 and Bernie. But the biggest thing right now that we're going to continue to watch throughout the morning is going to be this crash. Remember to move over and slow down for those first responders. We'll see how this impacts your morning drive. Guys?
Stephen, thank you very much. See you in a bit. It's happening now. San Antonio firefighters at the scene where 3 homes went up in flames on the city's northwest side overnight. Our Jonathan Cotto joins us live with details. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Mark. I'm located on the 300 block of Viendo Street, not too far from I-10. Crews here starting to wrap up, but it's still very much an active scene. But here's what we know so far. We know that crews got the call and came in shortly after 2 a.m. They tell us firefighters arrived here to one house fully engulfed in flames, a second home with a fire in the attic, and a third home scorched by the flames and even a car burning. Fire crews on scene say despite the amount of fire, they were able to quickly put out the flames, but do say it was a rough start. Now, we do know one of the houses did burn to the ground at a business off of Hildebrand, which is the street right behind the scene here. on the block over almost caught on fire, but firefighters say their efforts this morning did prevent the fire from jumping over to that business. Now, it's important to mention, Mark and Stephanie, that no one was injured, no reports of injuries, and everyone inside these 3 homes were able to get out safely. Now, the cause of this fire is under investigation. Of course, we're going to be remaining on scene and bringing you the latest and updating you as more information is made available. Reporting from the Northwest Side, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Jonathan. San Antonio police have arrested a man suspected of tampering with evidence in connection to his girlfriend's disappearance. According to an arrest affidavit, Francisco Javier Garcia Ventura was arrested Sunday at a local bus station after family of the woman called police. Police secured a search warrant for Ventura's apartment and found blood and a security camera that had been ripped off. The affidavit goes on to say other surveillance footage shows Ventura leaving the apartment near the time of his girlfriend's disappearance with a heavy-duty garbage bag.
Encouraging news on the COVID front. Cases of COVID-19 continue to trend downward.
Plus, big news from Pfizer. The pharmaceutical company will likely be granted FDA authorization for a 3rd booster shot.
GMSA Sarah Costa following the latest developments, joining us live here in the studio. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. So this has a little bit of good news to it this morning, Mark and Steph. So let's start here in San Antonio, where our positivity rate has dropped just below 5%. Here's a look at some of the latest numbers. 868 COVID-19 patients are being treated in area hospitals. Just over 300 are in the ICU and 196 are on ventilators. And now to that big news from Pfizer. This is a big deal for the millions of Americans 65 and up. A 3rd Pfizer vaccine will likely be authorized for the elderly, those at high risk for severe illness, and possibly frontline and essential workers. This comes after a FDA decision and a critical CDC meeting. The vaccine developments are critical as a race against the Delta variant continues. Alabama is reporting more deaths in 2020 than births for the first time in its history. Rural hospitals in Arizona are losing patients due to the lack of resources. And in Ohio, they are seeing the highest numbers to date for young people being hospitalized. Now, today, President Joe Biden will hold a virtual summit with world leaders to discuss the coronavirus. You can look for the latest on this story later this morning on Good Morning America. Mark and Steph.
Thank you, Sarah. Now to the Gabby Petito case. Authorities have confirmed the missing 20-year-old's body has been found in Wyoming, and after an autopsy, her fiance has been missing for more than a week.
And now we are learning more about the argument they had during their road trip. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
This morning, ATVs, drones, and helicopters, all taking part in the manhunt for Brian Laundrie after the mysterious death of his fiancée, Gabby Petito.
We have multiple drone operators that have been sent out in numerous teams.
The search is focused on 25,000 acres of swampland not far from Laundrie's home in Northport, Florida, where his family says he was going hiking last week.
When I saw the preserve down in Florida, I think that was a sham, to be honest with you.
500 miles away near Pensacola, a motion camera on a hiking trail captured this image. The local sheriff is not ruling out that it could be Laundrie. Law enforcement officials are facing growing scrutiny over the case, including how police in Florida lost track of Laundrie, the only person of interest in Gabby's disappearance. Also under fire, the officers who responded to a fight between the couple in Utah days before Petito was last seen alive. The police report says Gabby tried to slap Laundrie, but the witness who called 911 said Laundrie was the aggressor.
We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
He was slapping her?
Yes.
And overnight, police released a new witness account, a man telling police he saw the couple fighting on the same day, saying at one point they were sort of fighting over a phone. This morning, a memorial for Petito is growing in Northport, where the city put up a sign that reads, "This area reserved for Gabby Petito Memorial."
I said a prayer that she's at peace, prayed for her family, and I prayed for justice.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
To Capitol Hill now. The democratically controlled House passed a bill last night to prevent a government shutdown at the end of the month. The party line vote 220 to 211. Government funding was set to expire September 30th. The stopgap bill would extend funding and keep the government open through December 3rd. The measure also includes a debt limit suspension through December 16th of next year. The vote also sets up a showdown with Republicans who insist Democrats should act alone to stave off a looming debt crisis.
San Antonio, along with El Paso, are helping process the hundreds of Haitian migrants who are coming from Del Rio. And that's because Del Rio does not have enough resources to process that high number of migrants. Buses are being used to transport them, and they are loaded onto planes. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says they're sometimes using U.S. Coast Guard aircraft to fly them back to Haiti. The El Paso County judge says about 500 migrants are expected to fly out of El Paso every day.
Right now it's 4:40, about 73 degrees.
Coming up next, we're going to have a preview of some high school football action happening this week.
That's right, but first outside with live cam. Finally, a big break from the humidity. We have a nice stretch of days, particularly today. It's going to be gorgeous out there. More from Mike Osterhage coming up. .43, the KSAT 12 MeTV Texas Sports Productions Game of the Week will feature a battle of the unbeatens as the third-ranked Smithson Valley Rangers in 12's Top 12 face the 9th-ranked New Braunfels Unicorns. Unicorns are off to a surprising 4-0 start following their huge 24-21 upset of the Judson Rockets in Converse last Thursday night. Prior to that, the Unicorns had wins over San Marcos, Seguin, and Canyon. Meanwhile, Smithson Valley Rangers also 4-0 with wins over Warren, Madison, El Paso Eastwood, and opening district play with a dominating 42-14 victory over Wagner.
It's going to be a great atmosphere, great game. I think our fans expect a lot from us, and we're just going to go into it with our all.
We've been carrying a lot of good momentum through the past 4 games, 4-0 now. So I think the momentum's definitely there, but we still got to go in playing our best.
Kickoff set for 7 p.m. at Unicorn Stadium tonight, tomorrow night. You can see it all live on MeTV, KSAT 12 Digital .2.
And time now is 4:44 and about 73 degrees out there.
Up next, latest on that concerning TikTok trend that has students removing sinks and toilets from school bathrooms and then posting a video about it.
And welcome back. It's 4:47. A TikTok challenge called Devious Licks is alarming parents and has some teens facing criminal charges. ABC's Will Reeve has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, TikTok warning. Pleas for help from officials concerning the alarming new TikTok trend known as the Devious Licks Challenge that has students going to extremes, like removing sinks and toilets from school bathrooms, and then posting a TikTok video of the crime.
Please talk with your students about respect for others and for school property. We are seeing an increase in student vandalism.
Authorities and school officials asking parents and TikTok to try to stop the viral trend. Students stealing soap dispensers, intentionally clogging toilets, leaving some bathrooms inoperable. Over a dozen teens around the country are now facing criminal charges for their participation in this latest challenge. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on what parents need to know about this potentially destructive online trend. With your GMA First Look, I'm Will Reeve, ABC News, New Hampshire.
Still pretty early out there, but we do have one major incident on the highways.
Let's go ahead and check in with Stephen Cavazos. Good morning.
Definitely drivers are going to want to be on the lookout for this, Mark and Stephanie, as they're getting their morning started. Unfortunately, we already have plenty of flashing lights out there, and that is because a crash has occurred. I was talking to our friends at TransGuide. This is just past Shanefield on 1604 there on the frontage road. You can see that we have a few vehicles that are approaching that scene, making some different routes there because, again, that frontage road is closed off due to a motorcycle accident. It's unclear how long this is going to be there, but of course drivers are going to want to prepare accordingly. As you can see right now, our map shows that is in the eastbound lanes of 1604, again just past Shanefield. If you're getting your morning started and you're still at home, just be sure to find those alternative routes this morning. But things to look ahead to right now as we talk about construction. We'll take our eyes off that crash for just a moment. Just if you are going to be traveling through 1604 perhaps over the weekend, there's going to be a full closure of the intersection of the Westwood Loop intersection for bridge work. That's actually going to be taking place, actually started yesterday until Wednesday, until September 22nd, 9 in the evening to 5 in the morning. But we have a little bit more construction to keep on your radar here up towards I-35 northbound at FM 725. It's taking place from 9 in the evening to 5 in the morning. We talk about this usually through every start here on GMSA because plenty of drivers do tend to experience that congestion there in those northbound lanes of 35 if they're traveling up to New Braunfels or Austin. That should be wrapping up on September 24th. That's a Friday, but right now the morning is still pretty green. We're seeing some minor congestion spots. We still have that crash located just off of I-10. It doesn't appear that that's causing any issues. The real big thing right now is going to be this crash again located on Shanefield Road just past 1604. We're going to be watching this closely. Use extra caution this morning.
Thank you, Stephen. Mike, it wasn't quite the big chill yesterday, but hey, it's a real cold front.
Yeah, it took a while for the drier air as expected to move on in here. You can kind of feel the humidity dropping a little bit when the front moved through. It wasn't instantaneous, but now the dry air has really kind of slid on in here, and it just feels fantastic. Temperatures will continue to drop down. What a great picture. Football, and there's the harvest moon. Looks like it almost was kicked through the uprights, and it's going to be great football weather for games. If there is a game tonight or tomorrow night, Friday night, with low humidity, it's going to be really, really nice out there like it is this morning. And I'm surprised this camera is not maybe quivering just a little bit because it's breezy out there. Dew points, we always talk about the measure of moisture in the atmosphere. Yesterday, it was up around, upper 60s, even maybe some low 70s. And this morning, it is about 30 or so degrees lower with that dry air that's moved on in here. So it is really comfortable, and we're going to keep the dry air around. As a matter of fact, it's going to continue to get drier throughout the day. The dry air will continue to move on in here, and that'll be the case this afternoon. Tomorrow, we don't see any big return in the morning, so it's going to be even cooler tomorrow morning. We won't have the wind. We won't have the clouds tomorrow morning. And even going into Friday morning, we'll start to see the maybe a little bit of an increase, but it's still going to be very nice all the way through. Not quite as low a humidity, but still low humidity in through the weekend. Got a couple leftover showers out here that have moved through La Pryor, Carrizo Springs. You got a couple of those. They'll continue to sort of fizzle on out over the course of the morning. And of course, it is windy out there with winds that are gusting out of the north about 25, 30 miles per hour. It will be windier this morning than this afternoon. Still a breeze, though, this afternoon. We've got some moisture upstairs in the atmosphere, and so we'll have maybe a few high clouds out there today. But other than that, it's just going to be a fantastic looking day. And yeah, just enjoy it. Get out there. Roll down the windows this morning. It is so nice. Temperatures will continue to drop down, and then we're going to make it up to 78 degrees today at noon. Still kind of on the windy side. High temperature, that's it. 85. The average normal high temperature is in the upper 80s, so we will be slightly below normal. Then we're going to cool off quickly, getting into tomorrow. I'm going for 55 tomorrow morning.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I'll restrain myself. I'm sorry.
Which, if we get into the 50s, mid and even some upperish 50s here in town, low 50s, perhaps even a couple of upper 40s in parts of the hill country the next couple of mornings. Highs in the upper 80s. Huge warm up. I mean, we gained 30, 35 degrees throughout the course of the day. Weekend looks nice. High temperatures about 90 or so. Then maybe a chance of rain first the next week.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to act like a sugared up third grader, but
that's okay.
So exciting.
I'm sure a lot of people are acting like that this morning when you walk outside. 'Cause yesterday it was just like, ugh, and now it's like,
it's finally here.
Or what was the noise again you made?
That's more appropriate.
Something like that. 4:53, about 73 degrees.
It's like the girl said yes.
Aww. We are excited about it. And coming up next, Britney Spears' conservatorship is the focus of a new documentary. We're going to tell you where you can watch it.
About 5 till, first look at the remake of The Wonder Years, plus the Britney Spears conservatorship drama is getting turned into a documentary.
For the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
It's time to go back to the 60s by way of the late 80s. The remake of The Wonder Years is here. This time, the show looks at the time period through the lens of an African-American family. The mom played by Saquon Senglo, who tells us, yeah, it deals with the big racial and social issues of the time, but also the everyday small stuff.
Even in the midst of that, Black people went to the prom. Black people, they made some breakfast, and it was delicious. Like, everybody wasn't just, it wasn't every day of life was not only focused on strife.
The Wonder Years debuts tonight on ABC. Britney Spears' conservatorship, the focus of a new documentary coming from Netflix. Netflix posting on Instagram what they say is part of a voicemail Spears left a lawyer in 2009.
Hi, my name's Britney Spears. I called you earlier, but I'm calling again because I just wanted to make sure you're in the process of ending the conservatorship.
The full trailer for the doc will be out today.
Antonio Soprano.
The first reviews are in for the Sopranos prequel movie, The Many Saints of Newark, and they're decent. 79% positive on Rotten Tomatoes. General consensus?
What'd you say?
Is that it's nice to be back in the world, but it doesn't add much that's new. And happy birthday to rock icon Joan Jett, the singer and guitar player turning 63 today, while Harry Potter child villain Tom Felton, a.k.a. Draco Malfoy, is 34. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And time now is 4:57, and it's about 73 degrees out there.
Still ahead on GMSA, we'll get an update on the migrant crisis going on in Del Rio and hear from Governor Abbott and the Biden administration.
Plus, Microsoft is hosting a Surface hardware event later today and is expected to announce new Surface devices. We're going to have a preview coming up in Tech Bites.
Already a busy morning on the road, still tracking this incident with Stephen Cavazos. We will be right back.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Early start for San Antonio Fire Department extinguishing a triple house fire. Details coming up next.
Plus, an update on the migrant crisis at the border and reaction from Governor Greg Abbott and the White House on the situation in Del Rio.
It has been breezy overnight and is notably more comfortable out there with passage of our first good cold front of the fall season. Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, September 22nd.
Thanks for joining us this morning. And although it will be officially fall later this afternoon, it feels like fall this morning.
Oh, it is. And we're setting up the stage for a good couple of days around here in South Texas, right, Mike?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, the next couple of mornings are going to be almost chilly, believe it or not. Kind of funny to say that, but yeah, it feels fantastic out there. That front moved through right as scheduled late yesterday afternoon, touched off a couple of showers. There's one or two leftovers right now. We're at 73, so we are still above normal right now, but we'll continue to cool down. And then look at the bottom number, 44. So the air is really, really dry. That dry air doesn't hold the heat in very well. Now we do have some clouds out there which act like a little bit of a blanket, plus that wind keeps things stirred up, but we will drop down a few more degrees in the next couple of hours. And throughout the rest of today, 85. That's it. It is going to be really nice. And with this dry air out there, a little bit of a breeze this afternoon. Can't beat it. The aquifer dropped down 0.6 of a foot in yesterday's reading, and all the allergens are just low across the board. Now, we've got wind to deal with this morning, though, and it is definitely breezy. This morning when I woke up, I heard the trees blown and everything like that, and these winds are out of the north to northeast at about 10, 15, close to 20 miles per hour, and then we do still have some wind gusts out there, 28 at New Braunfels, 26 at the airport, and 24 in Pleasanton. Same thing, Rock Springs. The wind it's still going to be breezy this afternoon, but not as windy, so it will ease up a little bit. And there's those couple leftover showers kind of on the tail end or lagging in behind the front, and those will continue to work their way down to the south and southeast and sort of fizzle out in the next couple of hours. So partly cloudy, coolish. Windy this morning, just fantastic. Open up the windows, driving into work and school, mostly sunny. 85, it's going to be really, really nice. A little bit of a breeze, but just a great looking day. And then the wind's going to ease up tonight, and we'll have clear skies. So we'll have some of the ingredients in place and very dry air for basically some radiational cooling. And we're going to have a really cool morning tomorrow as well as Friday morning, beautiful afternoons. And the weekend's going to be really nice as well. Humidity will start to come back in here late Sunday, and then we'll have a chance. Keep your fingers crossed for a chance of rain starting off next week. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen Cavazos, got your hands full this morning, huh?
Yeah, we've been off to a busy start, Mike. As we take a look, though, we do have some progress to talk about here off Loop 1604, just past Shanefield. Earlier, we told you about a motorcycle crash that had that frontage road blocked off there. But as you can see, the first responders have cleared out. However, we still do have some road flares that are out there. I believe those should be out momentarily. But taking you to the map, it does show that happened on the eastbound lanes of 64 on the frontage road, I should say, just past Shanefield Road. Again, it looks like first responders have cleared out. A portion of that frontage road was closed off for a little while, so first responders could get that cleared. But unfortunately, those issues don't stop there. It has been quite the busy morning. We do want to bring your attention to a crash here off US 281 southbound at Stone Oak Parkway. Keep in mind there are no TransGuide cameras to show us what's exactly going on out there, but we also have a crash that was detected right here just off Encino Rio. So use extra caution this morning. morning. It has been a very busy Wednesday, but as we take a wider look at the map, the predominant color that we're seeing on the screen is still pretty green, which is some good news. A little bit of a buildup there on 35 southbound, but nothing too major right now. But as we bring you to the inbound times, it's still pretty green across the board, as you can see from our neighboring communities. If you plan on traveling to San Antonio, well, good news here. It's just 19 minutes from Highway 90 in Castroville. Little time from Lytle with 16 minutes on 35 and 29 minutes looking pretty pleasant on 37 coming in from Pleasanton. But bringing you one last look here to TransGuide, we still do have those road flares out there. Again, those should be out probably within the next 30 minutes or so. Just use extra caution this morning. We're going to be watching the roads closely. As always, keep your eyes on the road as well. Guys.
Thank you, Stephen. Happening now, the San Antonio Fire Department is battling a triple house fire on the city's northwest side.
Jonathan Cotto joins us live from the scene. And Jonathan, what have you been able to find out?
Well, Stephanie, I just spoke with the fire chief who said they are estimating roughly $350,000 worth of damage. The scene has now cleared, but you can see behind me a tow truck here attempting to get access to one of the cars that was engulfed in flames. But let's take a look at what that scene looked like earlier. Crews on scene say the call came in shortly after 2 a.m. They tell us firefighters arrived here to one house fully engulfed in flames, a second home with a fire in the attic, and a third home scorched by the flames, and even a car burning. Of course, that car now being picked up by the tow company. Fire crews on scene say despite the amount of fire, they were able to quickly put out the flames. They do say it was a rough start. Now, we do know one house burned to the ground and a business off of Hildebrand almost caught on fire. Hildebrand being just the business behind this initial home here that burned to the ground. But they said they got an early start and were able to prevent the flames from jumping over to that business. Now, Mark, Stephanie, it's important to mention that no residents were inside any of the homes, but one did receive significant damage. I had the opportunity to speak with one of the owners who tells us he's lived in his home for over 27 years. And as you can imagine, he's just completely devastated this morning. Of course, arson was on scene, and the cause of this fire is still under investigation. Reporting from the city's northwest side, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Jonathan, thank you for the update. 5:06, Texas voters will decide on 8 proposed constitutional amendments in a statewide election slated for November 2nd.
Sarah Costa joins us live in the studio to tell us what we need to know about those amendments. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. I actually got a letter in the mail going over all of these amendments, so you can always check those out also on KSAT.com. So those amendments are on a range of topics, including taxes, requirements for elected judges, and religious freedom. So here's a look at the first 4. So Prop 1 will allow the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association to hold charitable raffles at rodeo events. Prop 2 would allow counties to finance the development of undeveloped, unproductive, or underserved areas through bonds. Currently, cities are authorized to call such bonds, but not counties. Now, Prop 3 will bar all governmental entities in Texas from adopting any rule that limits or prohibits religious services. Prop 4 would change the requirements for most elected judges in Texas. It would require that candidates are a Texas resident, practicing lawyer in Texas, or a judge for at least 8 years before they can be elected. Now, the proposals, which were approved by at least 2/3 of the Texas House of Representatives and Texas Senate this past session, must be approved by a majority of voters before they are enshrined into the state constitution as law. Election day is on November 2nd. Early voting is from October 18th through the 29th. Now, if you aren't registered to vote in Bexar County, and your last day to do so in order to vote in this election is October 4th. Coming up at 6 a.m., I'll highlight the other 4 of those 8 propositions. Mark and Stephanie.
Governor Greg Abbott is criticizing the Biden administration's handling of the migrant crisis that's been unfolding down in Del Rio.
And at the same time, the White House is now questioning some of the tactics that Border Patrol officials are using to maintain order. ABC's Kenneth Moten has the latest from Del Rio.
As federal authorities work to ramp up mass deportations, the Biden administration struggling to contain the surge on the Texas border. Roughly 8,000 men, women, and children, mostly Haitian, encampments under that Del Rio bridge. Thousands have already been sent back to their home countries by the U.S. This has become a political battle, too. Republican Governor Greg Abbott on the ground.
The Biden administration believes that they can process those remaining migrants by the end of the week. Do you believe that?
They have shown no capability of being able to process all of these migrants by the end of this week. The only thing that they've shown is an incapability of dealing with this crisis.
On Capitol Hill, Republican senators pressing the Secretary of Homeland Security.
How many people have been returned? How many people are being detained? How many people have been dispersed to all points around America?
Senator, I would be pleased to provide you with that data.
I want them now. Why don't you have that information now?
Senator, I do not have that.
Amid questions over images the White House called horrific, DHS now launching an investigation into these images, showing Border Patrol agents on horses, confronting migrants as they enter Texas from Mexico. President Biden reacting to those chaotic scenes.
We will get it under control.
The union representing Border Patrol agents saying that's their training.
Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Del Rio, Texas.
Right now it's 5:10, about 73 degrees.
Microsoft is getting ready to unveil some brand new tech devices later today. We're going to have a preview.
And next, how a local neighborhood is working to solve a speeding problem on one of its busy streets.
And taking a look outside with live cam. It's fall, y'all. Well, almost. Officially fall later today, but it feels very nice this morning at 73 degrees. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. 5:13. A Southside neighborhood is hoping the city will soon crack down on speeding along one of their streets.
That's after a teen was struck by a car while trying to catch the bus to school. Conrad Palacios lives along Sligo Street that has a speed limit of 30 miles per hour. And like his neighbors, he says speeding has gotten worse over the years. On Friday morning, as 15-year-old Julian Gallardo was walking across the street to catch the bus, he was hit by a car. He had to spend 4 days in the hospital and walked away with a few injuries and road rash. Neighborhood is hoping for some speed bumps and new speed signs to prevent more accidents.
We care about our community. We care about our children. We care about each other. Please drive at a normal speed and respect one another.
Just to make it safe for the kids. There's a lot of kids around here that walk around.
A car can be replaced. A life can't.
District 3 Councilwoman Phyllis Villagrán says in order for any action to be taken, residents must follow a 4-step process. It includes an application, a review of the application, a petition for signatures, and a study from the city if warranted. We'll keep you posted.
And time now is about 5:15 and 73 degrees.
Still had a first look at Microsoft's new Surface devices set to be unveiled today.
Plus, Facebook is introducing 2 new portal devices.
I'm so glad we did this.
I'm so glad we did this.
I'm so glad we did this.
I'm so glad we did it!
I'm so
glad we did this.
Life is for living. Let's partner for all of it.
I'm so glad we did this.
Edward Jones.
Okay, everyone, our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 27 vitamins and minerals. Now introducing Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
Let's go!
Let's go, Beachbody! Bring that heat! It's not about a size, it's a feeling. Are you in? Everybody is a Beachbody.
In today's Tech Bites, Microsoft poised to unveil its latest line of Surface devices at its big hardware event today. Tech watchers expect to see a new Surface Pro X with a chip refresh. The Surface Book 4 is among the most highly anticipated products. It could offer a complete redesign of the portable 2-in-1. Facebook has introduced its 3rd-generation video calling devices. The Portal Go has a 10-inch screen and enough battery for a 5-hour call. The Portal Plus also features upgraded sound quality. They start at about $200. Shipping begins mid-October. Those are your Tech Bites.
It's now 5:18.
Let's go ahead and check back with Stephen Cavazos. Has a busy morning so far.
Yeah, thankfully things have quieted down here a little bit on our roadways. But as things are picking up in some parts of town, other areas are slowing down. A prime example of that is right over here off I-35 northbound at State Highway 46. You can see right now that traffic is moving, but very slow right now. And of course, as we've talked about this plenty of times, there is still some construction going on out there that is leading to this slowdown. Let's take you to the map and show you that is right there along along I-35 northbound at FM 725. It's been going on since 9 in the evening. It should be wrapping up right around 5. It's a little bit after 5 now, so we're hoping that construction does clear out soon. Our TxDOT crews can wrap up, but it is current until September 24th. But taking a look right now, we're seeing that build up there in the northbound lanes with traffic now moving at just 9 miles per hour. So plan accordingly and prepare for those delays if you're heading out there in a few moments. But right now we still also have this slowdown off I-35 southbound at Schwab Road. Traffic there moving at 26 miles per hour. Now keep in mind that there is some construction that is going on out there as well. 35 tends to be one of those hot spots where we see those TxDOT crews out there working to improve the roadway. So be a little patient this morning. And also want to talk about this rollover here off 281. It's right there at Encino Rio at Creek Country, not causing any issues on the highways again because that is off 281. But the fire page does show that rollover is still pretty active. So use caution if you plan on heading out the door there in the next few moments. But taking a wider look at our map, it is still pretty green, but with the exception of that congestion that we're seeing there along 35. But as I said, plan accordingly. Hopefully the TxDOT crews will be wrapping up there pretty soon, but drivers are definitely going to want to pack their patience with their cup of coffee this morning, guys.
Agreed. Thank you, Stephen.
Yes, I love that moon in the shot.
Yeah, that was a picture. Just showed up. What I'm hoping to do is get this video to play here. And there was rain yesterday.
Oh,
and
wow.
These folks, yeah, it's a 20% chance of rain. Got that. That's over there by 211 at Highway 90. It was coming down. I didn't see a drop of rain yesterday. I mean, there were a couple.
I saw one speck on radar, and I think it was that storm.
Yeah, it was a very, very narrow line of rain that moved on through yesterday and right along the front, and a couple of showers left over in behind the front. That's not going to stay there here.
Here, I'll hold it. Or we got it.
There.
Mark's got it.
Merry Christmas. Right now, we've got still a few leftover clouds around here. Don't say I never gave you nothing, Mark. But put it back. Go plug it in, will you? The battery's getting low. Thank you very much. While you're at it. And while you're at it, warm my coffee. 96 yesterday, 101 in Pleasanton, 100 in Gonzales. Warm up Stephanie's coffee, too, for her, please. And Cotulla got up to 105. Today, it is a whole different story. Temperatures are going to be anywhere from 10, 15, yeah, plug's right over there, 10, 15 degrees lower than what it was yesterday. Mid-80s will actually be about 3, 4, 5 degrees below the normal high temperatures, the average high. It's just going to be fantastic. And what clouds we have this morning are going to be clearing on out. It's still going to be breezy this afternoon, not as windy as it is right now. There's those couple leftover sprinkles, a few showers that are still kind of lingering in behind the front, and those will continue to die down. You're getting a couple of those showers there in Carrizo Springs, and that's pretty much about it. That's good. Thank you very much. Okay. Here's what the satellite picture looks like, and going back in time, you can see exactly when that front moved on through. Again, it was a very broken line of showers that moved through here in town. Some folks got some rain. Most of us did not see any, and there's those leftover showers down there right around Carrizo Springs. All part of a big fall front moving through the Great Lakes all the way down. Oh, just set it over there for me. Thank you. And in behind that, this is what's in store for the next couple of days. Nothing around here. Just absolutely beautiful weather for the next couple of days with even cooler temperatures by tomorrow morning as well as Friday morning. 78 degrees, mostly sunny skies. Still windy at noon, and then a high temperature today up to 85. Absolutely fantastic. Nice little breeze out there. Just great. Tomorrow morning, believe it or not, you may need a light jacket or even a sweater, sweatshirt for kids in the hill country, especially down in the 50s, probably low 50s, even upper 40s. I would venture a guess up there in the hill country by tomorrow as well as Friday mornings. We get up into the upper 80s, and then by the weekend, going to be right around 90. So about normal for high temperatures. Lows will still be nice and pleasant, and hopefully some rain chances by the first of next week.
In the words of Borat, very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like we did this last week too. I'm having deja vu.
You can
all over. Well, I know you're cool with
you
it.
Can keep doing it.
Mike appreciates that.
A little bossy, but that's okay. Just kidding. 523 right now, about 72 degrees.
And coming up next in your morning spotlight, a first look at Denzel Washington as the Scottish King, plus Tom Hanks reacts to the opening of the new Academy Museum of Motion Pictures.
Today's entertainment news features a pair of two-time Oscar winners.
Here's CNN's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
Here's your first look at Denzel Washington in writer-director Joel Coen's The Tragedy of Macbeth. The latest big-screen take on Shakespeare's Scottish play arrives in theaters December 25th.
Movies continue to be the magical art that speaks to everybody, everywhere.
Tom Hanks was on hand at a press preview for the new Academy Museum of Motion Pictures in Los Angeles, designed to advance the understanding, celebration, and preservation of cinema through exhibitions, screenings, programs, and collections. The museum includes 50,000 square feet of exhibition space, 2 theaters, and more. It opens to the public September 30th.
Yes, are you kidding me? Yes.
2-time Emmy nominee Kathryn Hahn is set to play a red carpet legend. Variety reports the actress will star as Joan Rivers in The Comeback Girl, a limited series for Showtime. Hahn will also executive produce the series about the comedy trailblazer. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
527, about 72 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA, a look at why the FDA still hasn't approved COVID boosters for the general population.
Plus, from retailers like Kohl's and Walmart to online retailers where you can get the best rebates and discounts right now. And
we've shown you a lot of murals and told you a lot of stories about them, but this week it's all about those that speak to us. Good morning, I'm Katrina Weber. Our list of murals that are tops for photo ops coming up.
Making headlines this morning, the FDA is expected to authorize a 3rd dose of the Pfizer vaccine today for millions of high-risk Americans.
And taking a look outside with live cam, how exciting. It is very nice out there. That nice little cool weather kind of moving in.
It's got us smiling this morning. Good morning, everybody. More than usual. It is Wednesday, September 22nd.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Yes, step outside and enjoy it, but you know what? You're going to have some time for that.
Yeah, it's going to last for a couple of days, actually get better. Better being even cooler the next couple of mornings. Yeah, it's really pleasant. It's nice not to walk outside and just kind of be, that humidity kind of weighing down on you. Temperatures are wonderful. We're still on the above normal side, though. That being 68, we're at 73. And of course, that we had such a warm day yesterday. And we've got some clouds still hanging around here, as well as the wind. And even though the wind is coming in out of the north, it keeps the air kind of stirred up. And the clouds act like a little bit of a blanket. But the air is really dry, so that's going to allow temperatures to still drop down. I'm going for the mid to upper 60s when it's all said and done later on this morning. 67 right now. Kerrville, 66 Rock Springs. Fredericksburg is at 64 degrees. And speaking of the wind, it is pretty breezy out there. And behind that front, it started to really pick up, and it's been kind of windy overnight. Out of the northeast at about 10, 15, close to 20 miles per hour, gusting to 28 in New Braunfels, as well as Rock Springs, 26 out there at the airport. It won't be as windy later on this afternoon. Still a nice breeze. And then a couple of leftover showers well down here to the southwest, down there around moving through Carrizo Springs, and those will continue to sort of fizzle on out. Just a few leftovers on the tail end. I beg your pardon. Got the wrong pollen graphic up there. Everything is on the light side. Mold was not high. 78 degrees today at noon, mostly sunny skies. 85 for a high temperature today, so just a couple of degrees below normal. Wind out of the north about 10, 20 miles per hour. Like I said, it is going to be even cooler the next couple of mornings. What about the weekend? Details on that coming up in a few minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen Cavazos. Still got that big problem out there?
Thankfully, Mike, things have since resolved out there, and the roads are looking pretty smooth right now from these shots that our friends at TransGuide are providing us here. You can see I-35 at AT&T Parkway. Things are moving for some, but as we mentioned during the last traffic hit, things are slowing down for others. Prime example, again, bringing you right here to that construction off I-35 northbound at FM 725. Just taking a look right now at the map. Traffic there moving at 19 miles per hour. A little bit of progression as compared to what we last told you. But right now, that should have wrapped up around 5 this morning. It is now half an hour past 5. So if you're heading out there, just be cautious. This is going to be going on through the end of the work week up until September 24th. So keep that on your radar there. And if you are traveling over here on the city's north side, we still have this rollover according to the San Antonio Fire page. There off 281 right at Encino Rio at Creek Country. This is not causing any issues when it comes to traffic buildup. You can see from right now our map is showing it is still pretty green out there. So that's some good news. Hopefully first responders can get that scene cleared out if you live in this neighborhood or area right over there. But as we take the wider look at the map, thankfully things are still pretty green as we've been seeing seen throughout the morning. There were a few other crashes that were detected there on the map, but as we just mentioned, those have since cleared out, and drivers aren't going to be facing any issues, especially if they're going to be traveling to San Antonio here in the next few moments. Just taking a look at these inbound times, 29 minutes right now coming in from 37 in Floresville, 22, 87 in Lavernia, and it's still pretty green from Seguin with 29 minutes on I-10. So good news there. Green across the board, and these shots of TransGuide do show a pretty smooth start so far, but we're going to be watching things closely. Mark, Stephanie?
Thank you, Stephen. Now to the developing situation on the border. Right now, thousands remain in Del Rio, hoping to seek asylum in the U.S. This comes as Mexico is now helping the U.S. move migrants away from the border.
Sarah Costa joins us now to tell us more about it. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Mark and Steph. So some of those migrants now moving back into Mexico are now being flown to other parts of Mexico. And there are reports migrants seeking asylum in Mexico will be moved to a detention center near the Mexico-Guatemala border. Those already in detention centers and have not requested asylum will be flown to Haiti. Governor Greg Abbott was in Del Rio yesterday. He says about 8,600 migrants are still there and was critical about the response from the Biden administration, saying, in part, the only thing that they have shown is an incapability of dealing with this crisis. Now, over in the Mexican city of Reynosa, just across from McAllen, another migrant camp is growing. Some Haitian migrants are now making the trip to that border city in Mexico. This is a developing story, and we'll continue to follow it. You can find the latest updates as well on KSAT.com. Mark and Steph.
Thank you, Sarah. This morning, for those who are vaccinated against COVID-19, there are new questions now about the need for another dose.
CNN's Brett Conway has the latest on boosters.
Natalie Rise, a mother of two, a registered nurse in Idaho. She died last month from COVID-19. She wasn't vaccinated. Idaho is one of the 10 states with the lowest vaccination rates, less than 45% of residents. And over the past week, COVID-19 deaths in these states were more than 4 times higher than the 10 states with the highest vaccination rates, where more than 62% of residents are vaccinated. But just how long does vaccine protection last? That's what the FDA is still considering as they determine the need for boosters. Vaccine advisors voted Friday to recommend emergency use authorization of Pfizer's booster for people 65 and up and people at high risk of severe COVID-19. But the FDA hasn't made an official authorization yet. Moderna has submitted its booster data, and Johnson & Johnson is expected to do the same after announcing that adding a second dose of its vaccine provides 94% protection against symptomatic infection. But for now, nothing can move forward until the FDA does. But the CDC's vaccine advisors are pressing ahead with a 2-day meeting all the same, with Pfizer scheduled to present its booster data today.
We're living in a world right now of what I call corrected science. You know, we learn, we apply it, then we learn again.
It's messy, it's ugly, but that's because there's scientific uncertainty. And when there's scientific uncertainty, we want to hear from all sides.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
Well, now may be a good time to get a flu shot. Pediatricians recommend adults and children older than 6 months should get the shot by Halloween, regardless of what flu season is like. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention also says everyone should get the shot by the end of October. Doctors say this is especially important for young people who are not yet eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine. Unvaccinated people have a greater risk of being infected with both flu and coronavirus at the same time and ending up in the hospital.
The U.S. Department of Justice is suing 2 major airlines. Department officials are accusing JetBlue and American Airlines of creating an alliance that raised prices and reduced choice for passengers traveling to and from major cities in the Northeast U.S. Last year, the 2 airlines created the Northeast Alliance. It operates out of 4 major airports in Boston and New York City. The DOJ says consumers will be better off if American and JetBlue continue to be fierce competitors, not allies. An attorney for American Airlines said the carrier feels confident that the case does not provide evidence as to how the alliance is harming consumers.
5:38, about 72 degrees.
And good news for Chipotle fans. We're going to tell you about a new menu item that is hitting stores starting tomorrow.
And right now, with all the supply chain problems, it can be tough to find a good deal on just about anything. Up next, we'll tell you some smart things you can do to find the best discounts on top items.
And taking a look outside with live cam, it's feeling a lot like fall this morning. Very nice when you step outside. And the next couple of mornings, they're actually going to be a little cooler. We're going to be checking in with Mike later on.
541 from supply chain problems leading to shortages to inflation leading to higher prices. It's become a challenging time to shop for some items.
Max Massey shows us ways to find the best deals.
Consumer Reports offering tips on how to be a smarter shopper. One way to save: buy online but pick it up at the store.
Some retailers like Kohl's and Walmart have offered various rebates or discounts and other incentives to have you pick up your purchases in person and compare prices using sites like Price Grabber, Shopzilla, and Deal News. Found something you like? Try leaving it in the online cart. That may be enough to get a discount code to push you to make the purchase. And signing on to loyalty programs can get you access to coupons and sales and even rewards when you buy. Check out a retailer's social media for exclusive promotions or even giveaways. And if you procrastinate when shopping online, try setting a timer. Pros say that simple step can be enough to help you decide. Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
542, still 72 degrees.
And coming up next, our friends at the Animal Defense League have a pet standing by that's ready to go home with you. Aww.
Well, it is puppy time, and Michelle is here from the Animal Defense League, and this guy, one of those kind of middle-aged gentlemen.
Yes, he's distinguished. So this is Tater. He is about 7 years old. He's available for adoption at our Nacogdoches campus, and we've had him for about 4 months or so. He's been in our foster care and in and out of our clinic as he's been treated for severe heartworms, but he's doing so much better right now, and he's ready to find his forever home.
And no residual effects from that. Once he gets rid of the heartworm, just keep him on heartworm preventive,
Exactly.
obviously.
You always want to keep all your pets on preventions, but especially, important while he is continuing to kind of pass those through his system. Just kind of has to be on limited activity. But, he still needs his short little walks. He is, a little on the heavier side. He has lost some weight, though. But you look great. I'm so sorry.
You can all stand to lose a little bit of weight. Yeah, he's kind of got a laid-back personality.
Yes,
so
he's very
maybe not
chill.
one for a bunch of kids in the backyard throwing a ball, but like you said, a nice walk every once in a while, leisurely stroll.
Yes.
Okay, what you got going on?
So we are actually ramping up for Big Give. It's coming up on the 23rd. It is a huge annual, fundraiser that brings in a lot of funds for our organization and a lot of other local organizations. And so giving for that starts on the 16th, but 23rd is going to be the big day. And our goal is to raise $25,000 to help support our life-saving initiatives at the Animal Defense League and help us save as many lives as we possibly can, just like Mr. Tater here.
Okay, well, if you'd like to help donate, go to their website, or if you'd like to adopt this guy, you can head on over to the Nacogdoches campus or the Paul Jolly Center across from the zoo. Give him a jingle, 655-1481. Yes, you are very distinguished. Yes. All middle-aged gentlemen are. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
In your morning consumer headlines, Chipotle is adding smoked brisket to its menu. The company says smoked brisket will be available for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. and Canada. Chipotle says its beef is seasoned with Mexican spices and has a sauce made from smoky chili peppers. The chain says brisket has been a frequent request from customers, and its culinary team has been working on a recipe for the past 2 years. You will be able to get Chipotle's new brisket at restaurants starting on September 23rd.
Aston Martin has built a little car for the little or not so little James Bond fan in your life. The small electric car, based on the classic DB5, made famous in the Bond film franchise. It has no roof, allowing an adult and child to ride side by side, but it can't be driven on public roads. The car features toy machine gun headlights and a rear smokescreen device that pumps dark smoke through exhaust pipes. Only 125 of these limited edition DB5 Juniors are being made. They will sell for, Mike Ostrage, you ready?
Oh, wow.
$123,000 US.
Oof.
The real James Bond Aston Martin DB5 first appeared in the 1964 movie Goldfinger. This junior version being released to promote the next film in the long-running series, No Time to Die. Daniel Craig's last turn as Mr. Bond.
That's very true. And we've been waiting for that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been bumped as many times as Top Gun 2.
Yes, we've been waiting to see that movie. So let's hopefully it comes out when it's supposed to this time.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
548, about 72 degrees.
Steven, how's it going?
Well, I've not spotted any of those Bond cars out there on the roadways just yet. So, but right now things are looking good. We spotted a few issues, though, here off 35 at State Highway 46. Just a few moments ago, we had some flashing lights out there. We told you that there was some construction going on out there. Those work convoys were just wrapping up, so that's good news. It looks like like the traffic is picking up now, just 71 miles per hour there off I-35 northbound at FM 725. Keep in mind, this is ongoing throughout the evening. It faced a little bit of a delay this morning. They usually wrap up around 5, but this will be going on until Friday. So make sure you mark your calendars and do plan accordingly for the rest of the work week. Taking a jump over here, we do have our first stall of the morning reported there off 281 southbound at Loop 1604. Check the vehicles before hitting the roadways. It has been a week of stalls. Just Monday and Tuesday, we did have plenty to talk about there at our map. But right now, this is the only one that we've detected so far. And as we look ahead to the rest of the week, you're going to want to plan accordingly here because there is some barrier setting that's taking place off Loop 410 southbound right at Valley High Drive. It's an overnight deal from 9 in the evening to 5 in the morning, but should be wrapping up by Friday. So again, for the remainder few days of the week, if you're heading out the door through 410, plan accordingly, plan those alternative routes. But right now, the map is still pretty green on the screen. Plenty of time to grab that cup of coffee. One last look here at 35 at State Highway 46. Things are moving nice and smooth, guys.
Good news there. Thank you, Stephen.
Cool picture.
That is cool.
Not what you think it is. That's the moonrise.
Oh, okay. I had to figure it out. I had to cheat and look at it.
A lot of times the sunset looking like that, but that was gorgeous because, of course, just a couple of days ago was the harvest moon, and now it is the waning gibbous stage, but still nice and big out there, and it's going to be beautiful tonight as it rises just as the sun is going down. We do still have a few clouds hanging around here right now. 73 degrees, and yes, we are still above normal, above average, should be down to 68. I think we will continue to cool down in the next couple of hours because we've got such dry air out there. These numbers are, I mean, when you get down into the 40s and 30s, and it's going to get even drier in the next couple of days. As a matter of fact, these numbers are 30, 35 degrees lower than what they were at this time yesterday. And that's what makes it feel so nice out there, despite the fact we are still slightly above normal as of right now. A couple leftover sprinkles, but as you can see, those are continuing to die off down there to the southwest of us. The front moved through right on schedule yesterday. It did produce a few showers. As expected, there wasn't a lot of rain out there. Some folks got a couple of decent downpours. This is what's in store upstream. Nothing for the next couple of days. So gorgeous weather. And actually, this is we're kind of on the leading edge of nice, cool air mass that's covering a good chunk of the country as of right now. And it's all because the high is off to the west of us, this low up there around the Great Lakes, and we are in this northwesterly flow as of right now. So that's going to remain the case for the next couple of days. And with the clear skies tonight, because we do have some clouds right now, won't be as windy, and we still have very dry air and actually getting drier. We're going to have some beautiful basically radiational cooling by tomorrow morning. So it's going to be even cooler tomorrow morning as well as Friday morning. Then we go into the weekend and we'll start to see a couple of more clouds, and this low is going to be developing there, kind of dropping into northern Mexico and then sort of edging its way in our direction by late Sunday into Monday. And that's what, and keep your fingers crossed for this, hopefully will give us a chance of rain by Monday going into the first part of next week, and actually maybe hanging around here for a couple of days next week. So if we get that low to hang out, could be a decent little rain chance, but still about week or so away. 78 degrees today at noon, mostly sunny skies, an absolutely fantastic day. This makes it all worthwhile. We have all that humidity, and this is what we wait for. And 85 degrees. By the way, fall officially begins at 2:20 this afternoon. And yeah, Mother Nature was just about to say 12 hours or so, almost 24 hours ahead of herself as far as bringing in fall weather. Fantastic. 50s the next couple of days, upper 80s, and then 90 over the weekend, but we start off in the 60s. Great still through the weekend.
We'll take it, Mike. I was thinking as that front was coming through last night, we've had to wait till October, it seems like some years, for any dose of coolness around here.
So about average, it seems like, mid to late September when we get it coming through. So,
fantastic news.
Still greatly appreciated.
Just send donations, like I said.
Okay.
5:53, about 72 degrees.
And let's look at your winning lotto numbers. We have pick 3, 737, Fireball 4. Your daily 4, 6389, Fireball 2.
Cash 5 numbers 1, 4, 22, 24, 25. And Mega Millions 36, 41, 45, 51, 56. Mega Ball of 13, Mega Plier 3. Mike says there was one winner, and I believe it was in New York.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, we'll have the very latest on the booster shots. The FDA expected to authorize a third dose of Pfizer for millions of folks as early as today, while a CDC advisory panel is meeting to make its recommendation. The big question this morning, who will be eligible to get the boosters first? We're going to have the latest right here on GMA.
University Health has a low supply of blood, and our KSAT community partners are making an effort to help out. You can too. Right now, you can schedule a donation online at the web address on your screen, universityhealthsystem.com. You can also make an appointment by calling 210-358-2812. Platelets and typo donations are needed most, but all donations are welcome. You can find all this information on our website at KSAT.com. Quick reminder, early voting filled the District 118 seat will run through Friday. Former state rep Leo Pacheco gave up his position last month to take a job at San Antonio College. 5 candidates have filed for the election. You can find polling locations at KSAT.com. The election is next Tuesday. That is September 28th. Coming up in our next hour of GMSA, we'll share an NFL star's touching lost and found story. And a Northwest Side home completely burned to the ground overnight. Jonathan Cotto, staying on top of this story, will bring us the very latest. And TransGuide right now, we've already had a major incident out there, a motorcycle crash earlier. Stephen Cavazos has got an eye on the highways for you. And we're tracking some amazing fall weather. Autumn begins later today. We'll be right back.
San Antonio Fire Department busy this morning fighting a triple house fire that's left one family displaced. Details on this incident coming up next.
The FDA is expected to make a big announcement about expanding the availability of COVID vaccines. I'm Mike Ajachi reporting in Washington. Coming up, will it be fast enough for the already spreading Delta variant?
And taking a look outside with live cam this morning, we are happy with the weather outside right now. A lot cooler, and it will continue to be a lot cooler these next couple of mornings.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning to you. It's Wednesday, the 22nd of September.
Thanks for joining us this morning. We are super excited because it will officially be fall later today, but it already feels like fall.
Oh, it's fantastic out there. Front came through last night. This morning, drier air is filtering in. It only gets better from here on out, Mike.
Yeah, we'll continue to drop down a couple of more degrees in the next few hours. High in the mid 80s today. Nice breeze out there. Low humidity. Cool tomorrow morning. Open up the windows.
Perfect.
Yes. Why are we whispering about it? Shout it out, because you're going to be shouting when you go outside. Don't wake up the neighbors though. But it is really comfortable out there. We're at 72 right now, so we've been dropping down a couple of degrees. We're not going to drop, a whole lot in the next few hours, with a degree or two every hour, just because we do have the wind, which keeps the air stirred up, and then also a little bit of a cloud cover out there. We've got bone dry air. I mean, these dew point temperatures are down in the 40s and 30s right now, so it's a whole lot more comfortable than yesterday. It's still breezy, wind out of the northeast at 10, 15, 20 miles per hour, and we still have those wind gusts of about 30 up there in New Braunfels, 28, Rock Springs, 28 out at the airport. It won't be as windy later on today, but still a nice breeze out there. And with the dry air, definitely, especially in the hill country, want to watch out for the fire danger being a little bit higher today. Mold, fall, elm, and ragweed are all on the low side right now. And temperatures, I'm going to go for maybe kind of pushing things a little bit, but upper 60s to maybe even mid 60s for low temperatures this morning. And then later on this afternoon, nice big warm up, but not that hot, which is nice. We'll be in the upper 70s at noon, and the high temperature today right around the mid 80s, actually below normal for the first time in seems like forever. And like we were talking about, even cooler the next couple of mornings. What about the weekend? Here's a hint. Looks pretty nice. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen Cavazos, and you've had that big problem. Is that still going on?
No, thankfully, things are looking pretty good right now. Roads are pretty empty as well now that we're at 6 a.m. You can see Alva pretty busy here, kind of contradicting what I said there off US 90 at Zazumoto. Some of those spots are still pretty quiet out there this morning, while other parts of the Alamo City are definitely picking up, as you can see here of US 90 and Medeo Creek. We do have a few more folks out there this morning, but thankfully nothing too big to be on the lookout for. Just that stalled vehicle that we talked about a little bit earlier there. You might find it there on 281 southbound at loop 1604 if you're traveling down from 281, but it's not going to be causing any issues right now. And as you can see, it's pretty green on the screen. Earlier, we did have plenty of problems to talk about. We had that motorcycle crash there off 1604 and a rollover up there on 281. But as you can see right now, we are not spotting a whole lot of problems at this hour. And so that's pretty good news, especially if you're traveling to San Antonio here in the next few moments from any of our neighboring communities. Green across the board, so some good news there if you are going to be heading out the door there again in the next few moments. As we bring you one one last look here, though. Here is Loop 1604 at 410 to San Pedro. It is getting a little bit busier, but I think there's still plenty of time to grab that cup of coffee, get your morning started. We're going to be watching the roads closely. Mark, Stephanie?
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, San Antonio firefighters had their hands full with an overnight fire. At least 3 homes were involved. One of them burned completely to the ground.
This is happening on the city's northwest side near I-10 in Hildebrand. Jonathan Cotto joins us live from the scene. And Jonathan, was anyone hurt in the fire?
Good morning, Stephen. Fortunately, no one was hurt and no reports of injuries were made. Some of the residents that live in this home here next door have already evacuated and are still in standby, just trying to figure out where to go from here. But I want to show you and give you a closer look at the extent of the damage this morning. As you can see, this is the home that burned completely to the ground. In the back, the business that was nearly damaged. And I have to mention that in the corner of this lot here, we're already starting to see a reflash of this fire. Now, the scene is cleared, but we may be having some fire department units show up here shortly, as a reflash is now presenting a threat. But let's take a look at what that scene looked like earlier. San Antonio Fire Department responding to the 300 block of Yendo Street to find 3 homes and a car on fire. Crews on scene say that call came at around 2:20 a.m. They tell us firefighters arrived to a house fully engulfed in flames, a second home with a fire in the attic, and a third home scorched by the flames. They say despite the amount of fire, they were able to get to the scene quickly, under control, adding a smoke shop located directly behind the homes nearly caught on fire as well, but they were able to prevent the fire from jumping over to that business. Now, San Antonio Fire Department says the cause of this fire is under investigation. And again, nobody, thankfully, was injured in this morning's events. Reporting from the city's northwest side, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
All right, Jonathan, thank you. San Antonio, along with El Paso, are helping process the hundreds of Haitian migrants who are coming from Del Rio. And that's because Del Rio does not have enough resources to process that high number of migrants. Buses are being used to transport the migrants, and then the people are loaded into a plane. The El Paso County judge says about 500 migrants are expected to fly out of El Paso daily. And we're going to have more on the situation at the border coming up in our next half hour of GMSA.
Texans will decide on 8 proposed state constitutional amendments in an election slated for November 2nd.
Sarah Costa joins us live in the studio to go over a handful of those amendments. Good morning, Sarah.
Hey, good morning, guys. Those amendments are on a range of topics, including taxes, requirements for elected judges, and religious freedom. Here's a look at the Props 5 through 8. All right, so Prop 5 would allow the State Commission on Judicial Conduct to accept complaints, conduct investigations, and take any other authorized action regarding a candidate running for state judicial officers. Under Prop 6, residents in nursing and assisted living facilities or state-supported living centers would have the right to designate an essential caregiver. In the homestead exemption, which is Prop 7, if a spouse who is receiving limitations on school district property taxes due to disability dies, this amendment allows those limitations to remain in place as long as the property remains owned by the surviving spouse if they are 55 or older. And in Prop 8, the Texas Constitution currently provides tax exemptions to a surviving spouse for members of the armed services who are killed in action. This amendment would expand that definition to include service members who die due to any injuries sustained during their service, whether it's combat related or not. The proposals, which were approved by at least 2/3 of the Texas House of Representatives and Texas Senate this past session, must be approved by the majority of voters before they are enshrined into state constitution as law. Election day is on November 2nd. Early voting is from October 18th to the 29th. And you can find the first 4 propositions and how to register to vote right now on KSAT.com. Mark and Stephanie.
Thank you, Sarah. The democratically controlled House of Representatives passed a bill last night to prevent a government shutdown at the end of the month. The party line vote was 220 to 211. Government funding is set to expire September 30th. The stopgap bill would extend funding to keep the government open through December 3rd. The measure also includes a debt limit suspension through December 16th of next year. But also sets up a showdown with the Republicans who insist Democrats should act alone to stave off a looming debt crisis. The measure now faces an uphill battle in the Senate, where it is unlikely to pass.
Here at home, a Southside neighborhood hoping the city will crack down on speeding along one of their streets. That's after a teen was struck by a car while trying to catch the bus to school. Conrad Palacios lives along Sligo Street that has a speed limit of 30 miles per hour. And like his neighbors, he says speeding has gotten worse over the years. And on Friday morning, as 15-year-old Julian Gallardo was walking across the street to catch the bus, he was hit by a car. He spent 4 days in the hospital. Neighbors are hoping for speed bumps and new speed signs to prevent more accidents.
We care about our community. We care about our children. We care about each other. Please drive at a normal speed and respect one another.
Just to make it safe for the kids. There's a lot of kids around here that walk around.
A car can be replaced. A life can't.
And District 3 Councilwoman Phyllis Villagrán says in order for any action to be taken, people must follow a 4-step process. So this includes an application, a review of that application, a petition for signatures, and a study from the city if warranted.
Encouraging news on the COVID front. Cases of COVID continue to trend downward. This morning, our positivity rate dropping just below 5%. 868 COVID patients are being treated in area hospitals. Just over 300 are in the intensive care unit. 196 are currently on ventilators. And big news from Pfizer. ABC News reporting the pharmaceutical company will likely be granted FDA authorization for a third booster shot.
This comes a day after Johnson & Johnson revealed a second dose of its single-shot vaccine 2 months after the first dramatically increases protection.
ABC's Ike Ajachi is in Washington with more.
Good morning. The news from Pfizer is just another tool to help stave off the spread of the Delta variant, but will it come fast enough for those currently filling up hospitals? Big news for the millions of Americans ages 65 and up. Sources tell ABC News a third Pfizer vaccine will likely be authorized for the elderly, those at high risk for severe illness, and possibly frontline and essential workers, after an FDA decision and a critical CDC meeting. The news comes on the heels of Johnson & Johnson reporting a second dose of its single-shot vaccine 2 months after the first dramatically increases protection against symptomatic disease, up to 94%.
We have, a growing body of evidence that a second shot is going to be important. Now it's going to be up to the FDA to figure out when and how that happens.
The vaccine development's critical as a race against the clock continues. The Delta variant is spreading. 10 states are now reporting a record number of hospitalizations, and 6 have 10% or less of their ICU beds available. Alabama reporting more deaths in 2020 than births for the first time in its history. Arizona, rural hospitals are losing patients due to the lack of resources. And in Ohio, the highest numbers to date for young people being hospitalized.
If you're young and unvaccinated, it's now probably only a question of when, not if, you get COVID-19.
Later today, President Biden is expected to hold a virtual summit with world leaders to discuss the coronavirus. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Washington.
Now 11 minutes past the hour. It is 72 degrees out there.
And still ahead, a special lost and found story for an NFL star. We're going to have the details.
Outside with live cam, this is the weather we have been waiting for. Just wait till tomorrow morning. Mike Ostrage will tell us how low we will go.
And welcome back at 6:15. We turn now to a special case of lost and found.
Involves a player for the Green Bay Packers and a pendant he wears to honor his late father.
ABC's Andrew Dimbert has a story.
For Aaron Jones, this isn't just any touchdown.
Touchdown, Packers!
The Packers running back scoring in his first game at Lambeau Field without his father rooting him on from the stands. So to honor his dad, who died from complications of COVID, Jones wore a necklace in the shape of a football containing his dad's ashes. And in a performance that would have made his father proud, Jones scored 4 touchdowns Monday night.
Rodgers wants to throw forward again, and he's got it! Aaron Jones, touchdown, Packers!
But it was during this trip to the end zone when Jones lost the necklace. You can see the moment it breaks free, rolling onto the goal line.
I scored and it fell off in the end zone, so I'll go look for it, but I know he's happy. He'd be happy. He was like, if you lose it anywhere, lose in the end zone.
But Jones couldn't find it, so then the real teamwork began. A trainer with the team stepped up and would not stop looking.
Actually, our trainer, Brian Ingle, Flea, he went out there and he found it.
Yes. Thank God.
Okay.
Thank God for Flea.
Flea is the man.
The trainer kept combing the end zone until just before 2 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, thank you to him. He was out there like 145.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, it shows how much they care about us.
Jones tweeting this thank you, saying, "I'm forever grateful." Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
And Jones says he will always look for his dad in the stands.
15 other members of his family were there Monday night cheering him on.
And time now, 6:17. It's time to check in with Stephen Cavazos.
Morning.
Good morning, guys. Well, right now, nothing too big to talk about there on our roadways, just a few stalls here and there. But before we get to that, let's take a look and see how things are shaping up around town. Here's a shot. You see a few more people getting on the roadways right now. Loop 1604 at Valley Meadow. Not a lot of issues as we've been talking about. Loop 410 at San Pedro. Pretty smooth right now. Plenty of time to grab that cup of coffee. But you're going to want to make sure your vehicles are working properly before you head out the door this morning, because right now stalls seem to be that trending issue. We saw this one there off 281 southbound at Loop 1604. Been there for quite a while. And as we continue to jump around here on our map, we do have one that's reported here off Loop 410 southbound at Roosevelt Avenue. And as we take another big jump, you can see that they're pretty scattered here. We do have this one off I-35 northbound right at O'Connor Road. We're seeing a lot of those stalls that are popping up, but thankfully they're not causing any issues. And as we just were doing that jumping there, we see a crash reported right there along 410. It looks like it's right around McCullough. So we'll be watching that and see how that's going to be impacting the morning drive. We're inching closer to that morning rush, so we know that you're going to want to make sure your vehicle is working properly, especially now that it is still pretty dark outside. As we take one last look here at I-35 at AT&T Parkway, I-35 at Evans, got some flashing lights out over there. Looks like they went ahead and put those off, but use some caution out there this morning. And whenever you see those TxDOT Hero trucks assisting those drivers, move over and slow down. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, good advice. And the wait for the school bus will be kind of pleasant this morning.
Yes, and actually the next couple of mornings it may be kind of on the cool side. So I was still thinking about that story about Green Bay. They beat the Lions. So that's the downside about that story. So
But that's pretty much a typical year, though, for you and your Lions, right?
You know what? 65 degrees this morning. We'll continue to drop down a few more notches here. We're in the 70s right now. How the Redskins do, or the Washington team do last weekend. So
We won.
Anyway,
we're 1-1.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, 85 degrees after school today, mostly sunny, fantastic, and the wind is going to be, it's still going to be breezy this afternoon, but at least the wind is going to kind of die down just a little bit. Look at this picture. This is absolutely wonderful. It was a football game with beautiful skies out there, and football this Friday night, or even tomorrow night, is going to be wonderful as well, because we'll have all the drier air in there, low humidity, and really comfortable temperatures. So, yeah, great football weather. Got some clouds hanging around here right now. Also, somewhat of a breeze, and so that's what's keeping us from getting as cool as what we could get this morning, but that'll be a different situation, like I said, the next couple of mornings. Yesterday, we did hit 96, so we were 7 above normal, a lot of triple digits out there. Of course, the front moved through in the hill country sooner, and so that's why you folks only got to the mid-80s, and then that's going to be the case all around the area. Only a couple of 90s on the map today as far as high temperatures down there along the Rio Grande Valley. So, yeah, just a phenomenal forecast. Humidity is low right now. It's going to remain very low, and that's, like I said, going to allow temperatures to drop down the next couple of mornings without the cloud cover, without the windy conditions. So it will definitely be kind of chilly waiting for the bus the next few mornings. Now, as far as the humidity, it is going to start to work its way back in here. You still keep those dew points below 60. It's still going to be comfortable Friday, Saturday morning, Sunday. Then humidity really works back in here by the first part of next week. However, that's also going to include a rain chance. So as long as we can get some rain out of it, then I guess that's okay if the humidity moves back on in. 78 degrees, mostly sunny skies, still windy today at noon, and then a high temperature makes it up to 85, a little bit of a breeze, mostly sunny skies, fantastic day. Open up the windows, and you may actually want to not open them up tomorrow morning, because we're going to be in the 50s. Going to kind of a little out on the limb there, 55 for low temperature tomorrow, which would be low 50s or even upper 40s in parts of the hill country, and plenty of sunshine. Good looking weekend, cool morning, warm afternoon, and like I said, more humidity. Hopefully that squeezes out some showers too by the first of next week.
You and your Lions are playing the Ravens on Sunday. That could be a tough one too, Mike. It's going to be okay. I mean, we still love you.
This is called weather.
Yes.
Sports will come later.
Yes.
If you're going to do stuff like that.
You're correct. I will try to stay in my lane.
Yeah, you're kind of rubbing it in there.
I am. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Still love him.
I'm used to it now, though.
Trust me, he's going to get me back. 6:21, about 71 degrees.
And another full slate of high school football set to kick off tomorrow night, including a battle of the unbeatens. We're going to have a preview for you just ahead.
The KSAT 12 MeTV Texas Sports Productions Game of the Week will feature a battle of unbeaten as third-ranked Smithson Valley in 12's top 12 faces ninth-ranked New Braunfels. Kickoff set for 7 p.m. at Unicorn Stadium on Thursday. You can see it all live on MeTV KSAT 12 Digital Point 2.
And time now is 6:24, and it's about 71 degrees out there.
Well, the latest on an overnight fire on the northwest side. At least one house burned to the ground. Jonathan Cotto is live with details.
And taking a look outside with TransGuide this morning, we are looking at I-35 and Eisenhower right there, and a look at I-37 in Pecan Valley. We're going to be checking in with Stephen Cavazos after the break.
Outside with live cam, waiting for the sun to come up. But it is nice out there. If you haven't stepped outside, enjoy. We do ask that you come back inside at some point, though, and watch TMSA. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, the 22nd.
Thanks for joining us this morning. We were very excited about this cooler weather. In fact, yesterday when it started sneaking in, my daughter and I got super excited. We're like, yes, let's go outside. Let's go for that bike ride, even though we weren't planning on going.
It got breezy last night as the front moved in, but it's taken a while for that drier air to filter in overnight, Mike.
Yeah, but that's the thing you're really going to notice this morning is the really, really dry air, so that makes it feel more comfortable. As far as cool, I mean, we're still not down to where we should be. It's better than what it was yesterday. We've got some clouds hanging around here as well as windy conditions, and that tends to keep the atmosphere stirred up a little bit, and the clouds act like a little bit of a blanket, so it's not as cool as what it will be the next couple of days. We're at 72 right now, but that's the number that makes all the difference. 43. It's about 30 degrees or so lower than what the dew points were yesterday, meaning much, much drier air. Wind is out of the northeast at 17 miles per hour, and it is breezy all around the area this morning. Gusts to 28 here in town, 29 New Braunfels. It's finally eased up a little bit there in Rock Springs, but even down to the south, gusts about 20, 25 miles per hour. It's going to be windier this morning, still breezy this afternoon, but not quite as windy. Mold, fall, elm, and ragweed are all on the low side, and yeah, just partly cloudy, cool, windy this morning. A great looking day, mostly sunny, 85. Again, still breezy, but open up the windows later on this afternoon. And then tomorrow and Friday, we're going to be down into the probably mid and upper 50s here in town for low temperatures, and then beautiful throughout the afternoon. The weekend is still going to be very nice, too. Nice, pleasant mornings. We'll be up right around 90, maybe low 90s, still low humidity. But the humidity is going to start to work its way back in here later in the day Sunday. But hopefully that leads to some rain around here next week. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic authorities, Stephen Cavazos. So the big problem's gone, so all clear?
We've seen the big problem out of it. That was that motorcycle crash, Mike, that we talked about at the start of the show. But the big issue that we've been seeing are these stalls that are popping up. This is a prime example right there of I-35 at Randolph. You see those flashing lights. That's one of those TxDOT Hero trucks, a highway emergency response operator. Moments before we started this half hour of the newscast, there was one of those crew members that was actually working to put the cones up there. So you may have seen them out when you find those stalled vehicles out on the highways there. They're working to assist the driver. You can see from that shot at TransGuide, they have a few cones set up there on the shoulder lane, so make sure that you're giving them plenty of room. We're seeing a few vehicles that are driving a little bit too close to that Hero truck there, so move over and slow down. That's the best thing you can do for those guys out there. That's actually right there of I-35 northbound at O'Connor, so it's not causing any issues on the map. We're still seeing some pretty green stuff. And right now, we did have a stall that just cleared from our system, though, so some good news for that driver off Loop 410 southbound at Roosevelt Avenue. Looks like they've received some assistance and are on their way. And right now, if you're going to be heading out the in the next few moments. There's not going to be anything big that's going to cause you any delays to perhaps a workplace, to drop the kids off at school. Plenty of time to grab that cup of coffee or fuel up. But if you're heading in from San Antonio, it's still pretty green across the board. All of our neighboring communities are showing a pretty green start. Nothing that's indicating any slowdowns right now. So that's some obviously really good news. But as once again, we bring you back here to this shot at TransGuide one last time, 35 at Randolph. Just be sure to move over and slow down for those KSAT Hero trucks. They're working to make the roads safer. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you so much, Stephen. New this morning, San Antonio firefighters trying to figure out what sparked a massive fire on the northwest side overnight. 3 houses involved, 1 completely destroyed.
Jonathan Cotto joins us live from the scene near Hildebrand and I-10. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Stephanie. I'm located on the 300 block of Viendo Street, where just hours ago, this property behind me was engulfed in flames. And I want you guys to take a look a little bit of the damage, the aftermath of this massive fire that consumed 3 homes and burnt this one completely to the ground. We can take a look at just the rubble that's left here, and the damage that the fire took here to the tree here to the left, and also to the neighboring properties as well. But let's take a look at what that scene looked like earlier this morning. San Antonio Fire Department responding to the 300 block of Viendo Street to find 3 homes and a car on fire. Crews on scene say that a call came at around 2:20 a.m. They tell us firefighters arrived to a house fully engulfed in flames, a second home with a fire in the attic, and a third home scorched by the flames. They say despite the amount of fire, they were able to get the scene quickly under control, adding a smoke shop located directly behind the homes nearly caught on fire as well. But they were able to prevent that fire from jumping over to that business. Now, Mark, Stephanie, fortunately, San Antonio Fire Department tells us no injuries were reported, and the homeowners, the folks that lived inside these homes, specifically this one here to my back, they were able to get out in time. And if we take a look, it is 6:32 this morning, and they are now just left outside. The scene is cleared, and they are just standing there waiting on their next plan of action. The owner tells us he had important documents inside his room, documents that he needs, immigration paperwork of that nature, that he is now waiting for the sun to come out and be able to get in there and hopefully find that paperwork. But of course, this fire remains under investigation. We'll be standing by and updating you as more information becomes available. Reporting from the city's northwest side, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
All right, thank you, Jonathan. Now to the developing situation on the border. About 8,600 migrants remain in Del Rio hoping to seek asylum. This comes as Mexico is now helping the U.S. move some of them away from the border.
Our Sarah Costa joined us now here in the studio to tell us more about the situation. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Mark and Steph. This is a story we're following closely as it seems to be evolving every day. Officials say many Haitian migrants are being released into the United States. That goes against the Biden administration's public statements that Haitians who enter the country illegally face immediate expulsion. One official said Haitians have been freed on a very large scale, and many of them with notices to appear at an immigration office. Meanwhile, some of the migrants crossing back into Mexico are now being flown to other parts of Mexico. There are also reports migrants seeking asylum in Mexico will be moved to a detention center near the Mexico-Guatemala border. Those already in detention centers and that have not requested asylum will be flown to Haiti. Governor Greg Abbott was in Del Rio yesterday and was critical about the response from the Biden administration.
The Biden administration believes that they can process those remaining migrants by the end of the week. Do you believe that?
They have shown no capability of being able to process all of these migrants by the end of this week. The only thing that they've shown is an incapability of dealing with this crisis.
Now, the White House is facing a bipartisan backlash on the situation. And when the Secretary of Homeland Security was asked about the numbers, like how many people have been returned, detained, and dispersed around the U.S., he said he did not have that information to answer those questions. And as for the Border Patrol agents tied to the images showing aggressive tactics on migrants, they have been placed on administrative duties pending an investigation. The union representing Border Patrol agents are defending the images, arguing that's their training. We'll keep you updated as the story continues to unfold. Mark and Stephanie.
In other news this morning, one man arrested just moments before he was set to board a bus from Mexico City. He is suspected of tampering with evidence in connection with his girlfriend's disappearance. Investigators say Francisco Javier Garcia Ventura was arrested on Sunday at a local bus station after the family of the woman called police. Later, police searched Ventura's apartment and found blood a security camera that had been ripped off the wall. The affidavit goes on to say other surveillance footage shows Garcia Ventura leaving the apartment near the time of his girlfriend's disappearance with a big garbage bag. You can read more about this story over on KSAT.com.
And now to the Gabby Petito case. Authorities have confirmed the missing 22-year-old's body has been found in Wyoming. Her fiancé has been missing for more than a week.
And now we are learning more about the argument they had during their road trip. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has details.
This morning, ATVs, drones, and helicopters, all taking part in the manhunt for Brian Laundrie after the mysterious death of his fiancée, Gabby Petito.
We have multiple drone operators that have been sent out in numerous teams.
The search is focused on 25,000 acres of swampland not far from Laundrie's home in Northport, Florida, where his family says he was going hiking last week.
When I saw the preserve down in Florida, I think that was a sham, to be honest with you.
500 miles away near Pensacola, a motion camera on a hiking trail captured this image. The local sheriff is not ruling out that it could be Laundrie. Law enforcement officials are facing growing scrutiny over the case, including how police in Florida lost track of Laundrie, the only person of interest in Gabby's disappearance. Also under fire, the officers who responded to a fight between the couple in Utah days before Petito was last seen alive. The police report says Gabby tried to slap Laundrie, but the witness who called 911 said Laundrie was the aggressor.
We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
He was slapping her?
Yes.
And overnight, police released a new witness account, a man telling police he saw the couple fighting on the same day, saying at one point they were sort of fighting over a phone. This morning, a memorial for Petito is growing in Northport, where the city put up a sign that reads, "This area reserved for Gabby Petito Memorial."
I said a prayer that she's at peace, prayed for her family, and I prayed for justice.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
It is the million-dollar question. Will everyone who got vaccinated against COVID-19 eventually need a booster shot?
And that's what the FDA is still considering. Vaccine advisors voted Friday to recommend emergency use authorization of Pfizer's booster for people 65 and older. But the FDA hasn't made an official authorization yet, and nothing can be done until they do.
The CDC's vaccine advisors are meeting with Pfizer today, scheduled to present its booster data. Health experts say they expect the FDA to make a decision in the coming weeks.
Here at home, an increase in the demand for an effective therapy to treat COVID-19 patients is leading to some changes in who has access to it. The federal government is pulling back on the amount of monoclonal infusion therapy orders some hospitals and centers will receive in order to avoid a shortage. However, the Bexar County Infusion Center not expected to be affected. Since mid-August, the center has treated more than 4,600 patients with the infusion therapy. One woman who was not vaccinated and who recently was treated with the therapy has high praise for that treatment.
How the government is cutting back, or, it's only going to be available for certain people or in certain locations and everything like that. And that, one, it breaks my heart.
People need to realize those infusions cost $2,100. They're paid for by taxpayers, as opposed to a shot that costs only $20.
The majority of patients have been adults, but 36 of them have been minors between the ages of 12 to 17. In your other morning headlines, the Justice Department is looking to ground a partnership between American Airlines and JetBlue. It's filed a challenge to the alliance, arguing it will cut competition and lead to higher fares. The airlines say the deal actually puts them in a stronger position to compete against other carriers.
Macy's is going on a hiring spree. The retailer now says it plans to hire about 76,000 workers nationwide for the holidays. Looking to fill positions in stores, call centers, and its warehouses. Last year, Macy's hired just about 20,000 extra holiday employees.
And time now is 6:40, and it's 71 degrees out there.
We've shown you a lot of murals and told you a lot of stories about them, but this week it's all about those that speak to us. Good morning, I'm Katrina Weber. Our list of murals that are tops for photo ops coming up.
And welcome back. It's 6:44. Art appreciation often gives way to inspiration. And when you're talking about murals, San Antonio is home to some of the best.
Those painted walls often form the inspiration for people's favorite photos. And this week's If These Walls Could Talk, we take a look at some of the top spots for those beauty shots.
Steps from downtown is a wall that says it all. Greetings from San Antonio. And hello to our top 10 list of mural photo ops. On the side of Back Unturned Brewing, that iconic salute holds the number 10 spot. Only icons themselves could top it, like the next 4 on the list. Number 9 is singer Selena outside the Alamo Candy Company. An East Side painting of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is number 8. 7 and 6 are rap superstars on San Pedro, the late Nipsey Hussle and Cardi B respectively. In 5th place, a legend of the courts, retired Spurs player Manu Ginobili.
He's been good to us. He brought us 5 rings, so we can't forget about that.
The man known as Patrick hopes one legend will help create another. He uses the mural next to his grandfather's restaurant as a backdrop for his TikTok videos.
It's where we're from, it's our city, and it's memorable.
While he works on being number 1, we'll look at our number 4, a colorful display of talent at Hefkin and Carolina. And right across the tracks is our number 3, a whole mural mini mall known as Essex Modern City. Coming in just under number 1 is the area under the bridge at I-35 and North St. Mary's. Technically, this number 2 has no walls. Instead, paintings on pillars. Number 1 on the list could be a top 10 list all in itself. There's so many murals to choose from and so many photo opportunities here along the St. Mary's Strip. You can hold court with a country king or even pose with a pilot.
We've had, wedding parties out here, bridal shower stuff. I mean, this is a big deal.
Vivian Holder jumped at the chance to have murals outside her building.
It's been really neat because people come to San Antonio as tourists, and they'll come and they'll take pictures. And it makes me proud, and that's a good feeling.
It's not unlike the satisfaction of a good selfie spot. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
I know I got to go get some selfies for the gram, so I'll do that after the show. But right now I got to keep my eyes on the road because things are looking pretty good, but we spotted a few stalls out there. Loop 1604 showing a busier commute now that we're inching closer to that morning rush. You can see there from this shot of I-10 at 35 and AT&T Parkway, it is getting a little bit busier now that more folks are hitting the roads, but unfortunately that trend of stalls is continuing. Still this one there off I-35 northbound at O'Connor Road, but we're seeing a little bit of a buildup there in the southbound lanes of 35, so just be prepared for that if you're heading out in the next few moments. Still have this stall to talk about off US 281 southbound at Jones-Maltzberger Road, and the trend continues over here to I-10 eastbound at Ackerman Road. As you can see, that trend is continuing out there on the maps. As we take a wider look and see how things are shaping up, it looks like it's starting to get a little bit too colorful for our liking, which does indicate some congestion, but keep in mind we are getting closer to 7 a.m., so more people are going to be heading out the roads and getting ready to get to where they need to be on time, but make sure you get there safely. One last look here at TransGuide does show that it is getting busier, but we're going to be watching the roads closely. Let's head over to Mike, who has a picture to show us. What is that?
Yeah, look at this. Mr. McClellan outdid himself over there, Woodlawn Lake, and the full moon rising. How cool looking. That's just great. Thank you very much for that one. Speaking of beautiful pictures, yeah, the sun is coming up. A few leftover clouds around here have been trying to hold temperatures up somewhat. The humidity, dew points, that's the big story this morning. It is so much more comfortable out there. 43 is the dew points, so we're well below. We were up in the 60s yesterday. As a matter of fact, it was even 70s. We're about 35 degrees lower for these dew point temperatures than what it was yesterday because the humidity really came back up, and it's going to stay very low the next couple of days. We'll start to creep up somewhat, but still really comfortable even going into the weekend as the humidity comes back on in here. It'll still be below 60, still comfortable, but then it's going to really start to come back in here. However, that's going to help out with some rain chances. Computer models for the next couple of days, nothing going on out there, maybe a cloud or two here or there. Then on Sunday, we're going to start to watch a low out there in Mexico sort of work its way in our direction. That's going to give us a rain chance Monday as well as Tuesday, and this may actually stick around even going into the middle part of next week. This low, which is going to sort of be kind of cut off. And when you get those things cut off from the main flow in the atmosphere, they don't go anywhere anytime soon. So hopefully get some rain sticking around next week. It's 78 degrees today at noon, mostly sunny skies. It is still going to be on the windy side, not quite as windy as what it is this morning, but still sort of hang on to your hat. 85 for a high temperature. Open up the windows, enjoy it. Low humidity, and then with the low humidity, clear skies and no wind tomorrow morning. That's going to allow things to really cool down by tomorrow morning in the 50s. Same thing Friday morning, 60s start off over the weekend. Sit outside, have a cup of coffee, up to 90 in the afternoon. Hopefully some rain next week.
So tomorrow is the first full day of fall,
yes,
and it's going to feel like it.
Yep, fall begins at 2:20 this afternoon officially, the equinox.
Great news. And also Saturday morning, great weather for Head for the Cure.
Yes, indeed.
Right. The race.
Yes, football Friday night and for the race on the run on Saturday morning.
Mike says there's a 20% chance the air is going to smell like pumpkin spice latte later on today.
We'll watch out for that.
Probably.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
It's about 10 till 7 right now on your Wednesday morning. 71 degrees at San Antonio International Airport.
The housing market has been red hot, and many people have been moving into their very first house. Tomorrow on GMSA, we're going to talk about some of the first things you should do as you get settled in.
We've hit midweek, and this is one of those mornings where we really like to soak up these live cam shots. Again, this picture doesn't do justice to the sunrise. It's in progress. Go outside, take a peek, then walk back in. We're going to wrap up GMSA after the break.
We made a promise to our boy Blue that we would make the healthiest foods possible with the finest natural ingredients and real meat first. And that's our promise to you and your dog or cat. Because when you love them like family, you want to feed them like family.
Everywhere I go, when I put on a show, see me on the screen, they want to be like me.
Wear it your way with a free bracelet from Pandora Jewelry.
Quaker could have stopped at 24 grams of whole grains. Instead, we added vitamin D, calcium, iron, and no artificial flavors. And yes, those are delicious bits of s'mores. At breakfast time, go with a grain of all time. Quaker Oats, a super trusted superfood.
Stainless steamer cleans your whole home. All you gotta do is pick up the phone. It's not just carpet anymore. It's tile, wood, stone, really any floor. Call 1-800-STEAMER now. We'll clean your home and you'll say, wow.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, we'll have the very latest on the booster shots. The FDA expected to authorize a third dose of Pfizer for millions of folks as early as today, while a CDC advisory panel is meeting to make its recommendation. The big question this morning, who will be eligible to get the boosters first? We're going to have the latest right here on GMA.
And check those vehicles before you hit the highways. It has been a morning of stalls. As we take a look there, one last time at TransGuide 1604 at Marbach. Getting a little bit busier there, but bringing your attention to the map, I-35 northbound at O'Connor Road. We're seeing a buildup there in the southbound lanes for a stalled vehicle, though. A stall there off 281 southbound at Jones-Maltzberger, Mike. And we do have another one here of I-10 eastbound at Fresno. It has been that trend that's been ongoing throughout the week. So again, make sure you check those vehicles before you hit the roadways. Mike has a forecast.
It is wonderful outside. Temperature is now down to 70. We got some mid-60s in portions of the hill country. The humidity is quite low. It's breezy out there, though, but this is what it looks like when you step outside. And we are just going to leave you with this picture. We're going to have a high temperature today up to 85 degrees and then down into the upper 50s, maybe even mid 50s the next couple of mornings. Roll down your windows as you're heading into work and school this morning.
Great thing is it feels as good as it looks outside this morning.
Yep. Fall officially begins at 2:20.
All right, so it will be later today. Happy fall, y'all.
Happy fall. Enjoy the weather. We'll be here at 9 a.m.